Hey, what's going on? I know that a lot of y'all may have don't know me. This is the first time I'm speaking. So my name is Emil, and I am an educator. I've been in education over 10 years. Before that, counting math, and I've been doing 5 plus years IT. Should say around 10 plus years websites, accounting services. It's a bunch of things that I've done when it comes down to numbers. I love numbers. With that being said, I plan on going through K through 5 for the next 2 through 3 weeks, just creating, um, a guide for parents and then setting up kind of tutorials for students. I have been, again, tutoring is something I've done for the longest. In my 20s, that's something I was doing. Uh, just the only problem with the grade levels is they all have different problems. So when you deal with K through 5, it's all about personality management. So it's more about the parents, and it's more about having the buy-in. So it's easier task, but it's more about the community. It's more about getting the parents involved. You have to call the parents. You have to constantly get on them because the child has no reason to do it. So that is the problem. Now, when you deal with middle school, the middle schooler, they do start having some understanding. They have to get involved, and they built a routine. You give them they want to go for that. So it all depends on the environment as well too. But again, what I'm doing is I am investigating the education system of America, and oftentimes I've already taken notes, and currently it's three. Yeah, the three states that I've seen that are culturally and just safe all around is New York, New Jersey, and I believe Massachusetts. hmm Yeah, so in New York, that's the place I was looking at the mostly, and it's two places that came up on the list that were the top five. Jericho, which was Long Island, and that was number one, and number four was Great Neck, Free State. So basically say Long Island needs to be just the school district type of area that I need to wrap my brain around. So whenever there's a workshop going on in Long Island, New York, I will make it a point in 2025 to at least keep my ear to it. Just because I'm already in the special education field, as far as so using the best methodologies seems to be something I feel like is good for everyone. So, with that being said, I plan on attacking the curriculum from the Long Island Free State, I believe, is Great Neck, and also um, Jericho. So Jericho and Great Neck, I'll be looking at their curriculum, and then I'm gonna be probably having at least 4 to 5 different little lessons, and then I really like projects. So what I like to do is I might have just a couple fun projects for every standard. So I'm looking forward to having fun with it. And so if you have any questions, please comment. If you like what you're hearing, please like. If you don't, just go ahead and leave a thumbs down or a thumbs up. It doesn't really matter to me because I know that not everyone gonna like you. You got to get over it. But with that being said, let's go ahead and put a pin on this one. And on the next video, I'm going to go ahead and go through. Yeah, hold on a sec. So looking at this, what I like to do is looking at the math test scores, the lowest. It's crazy. I thought DC would be higher. So DC is low. I didn't realize that DC was that low. I already knew Massachusetts was going to score high. Everybody know Massachusetts. Ooh, Wyoming. It's interesting. In Utah. So let's look at this. And this is what we're gonna do. Let's look at this. And what is it? USA Map Interactive. All right. We're gonna get one of those interactive maps, and we're gonna look at this because it's crazy. And we're gonna put for the good one, we're gonna put blue. Why? Because people love blue. Well, I don't know. I like blue at least. Wyoming, Utah, Nebraska, ooh, and Wisconsin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let's look at the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 worst. And we know that we normally go for red. So we're going to go red. In red, we're going to go Oklahoma, Delaware, West Virginia, DC. Oh, no, not my old neck. And New Mexico. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the reason why I'm spotlighting it is because just looking to see if there's like a certain region that indicates it's like, oh my gosh, that's just it. So test scores. I mean, New Mexico is not a surprise. Oklahoma is not either. West Virginia isn't. And looking at it, I do recall DC not being that high. Delaware, they've been known to have more, urban. I've heard, I don't know, it's kind of iffy on Delaware. Uh, I can't really say too much about Delaware. That's all I'm saying. I don't know too much about Delaware. So, but I do know that Massachusetts is normally everybody's highest list. All right, so let's look at the next thing. So dropout rates. So we're saying West Virginia is more likely to drop out. If you look at it, oh man, that's crazy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put a color for the dropouts in the lowest. Oh, interesting. So West Virginia is a negative, but it's a positive on the dropouts. Oh, hello. Hold on before I start talking. Yeah, the lowest. Yeah. Interesting. Interesting. Me too. Mm. So, what are we gonna do to indicate? What is it? The lowest drop. The lowest. So, the lowest is something good. So, if it's let's go and just say purple. All right, because that to me is like that's like gold. Like seriously. Ooh, we got a double. What happens? Oh, you can only get one. So we're gonna have to figure out if it's a double. Let's go gold. We're gonna go gold if it's a double. All right. So Kentucky, you get a purple color. You get colored in purple. All right. Massachusetts. Ooh, you get gold. No surprise. Massachusetts, you are, a nice one. Idaho, dropping out. Ooh, that right there, you get a yellow. Because the thing is, it's like if people are dropping out, it might not be a bad thing because if they're doing trades, then they are being productive citizens. And in places like Idaho, it is mostly forestry, and in a lot of places, Alaska, same thing. Now, Arizona, I can't say that, or New Mexico, or DC. I can't really vouch. I can't vouch for them. I can say this about DC is like shoot, there's just so many different ethnicities. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. It's just like Howard University. I'm smiling because I just remember that. I want to go back, but it's too cold. I'm gonna head back like March though. Fam, love my family. I head back to my family around that time. But yeah, but New Mexico though, New Mexico, Arizona. Considering that they are very low on education polls, that's not surprising. Alaska neither. So let's go. If they drop out, these get purple, and only group that just drop out is that one and this one. And Arizona, we got that one, and Idaho, you get a purple color in. DC, you get more than that. So 1, 2, 5. I don't know why I'm counting six. Then Mexico is going to get a. So if it's negative, negative, what is red and purple? Okay, let's look. Um, what's you know what? That's like a yellow because let's think about it like this. Yellow is like the representation, and after that, let's you're right. And mm, mm-mm. Let's go orange. You're not gonna disrespect yellow like that. Mm-mm. Is there a way for me to put the name on there? I'm getting tired of not being able to put the name on there. Holding shift, remove it. Yeah, I knew that. Okay. So we're gonna say, hmm, you know what? That needs to be red. Now that I think about it. No, 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 no. Just look at the information. New Mexico is on both. Mm. So you know what? We're gonna make that. No, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna change it right now. Let's keep it moving. Yeah, I'll be right back. Oh, hey, Pop, is that you? Oh man. Mm. All right, so let's get back to our map. So, they normally rank New York like number 9, New Jersey higher. So I guess we need to start really looking at Massachusetts locations. Keep saying it's gold. All right, let's go ahead and finish. So, what do you say blue was again? Blue was the highest quality. Top 5 states. No math scores. We say the purple was again. Mm. Purple is a bad thing. And we said Idaho, Alaska, hmm, Idaho, Alaska, Arizona, New Mexico, and DC. And then we say, you know what? We need to change this color. And it needs to be an embarrassing color because it's an embarrassing subject. So it shouldn't have such a beautiful color. It needs to be a lame color. Something that just says, ugh, polka dots. We're going to give it polka dots. No offense. Not saying that y'all ain't good, but for right now, you're not cutting the mustard. So, and then we know New Mexico and DC both are the odd color, which is orange, which is that looks too much like gold. So we have to change that one too. So again, mm, let's do it that way. And boom. And that color, man, you just can't just write it right here. Oh, there we go. All right. So, what did the red and white represent? New Mexico is both the lowest and highest dropout rate. So, we're going to say lowest score with highest dropout. All right. So, that's what we're saying with that one. All right. And then Alaska. No. We're going up here. The highest dropout rate, and that's it. That's the only negative thing. If it's only one negative, I don't want to. I don't want to double scar on. I just seem like I'm just being mean. Let's not be mean. But we're gonna give. Yeah. You know what? We're gonna give the red. We're gonna give them straight up red. That's right. No, too close. Yeah, let's keep it that way. I'm not gonna trip out about it. So that's a positive thing. So that's the reason why it's purple. And yeah, so Kentucky, Massachusetts, which has a double up, Wisconsin, which has a double up, Tennessee, then West Virginia, which has the lowest. So West Virginia, phenomenally. Yeah, that's right. But let's give them lowest dropout, which is a good thing. So they keep the color. But we're gonna talk about them. Oh, I don't have to. So was that the we're at gold, which was the highest and highest. So that would be lowest scores with highest dropout. So this is lowest scores with highest dropout. Okay, so that seems weird. So one thing that I feel like will be good is to study New Mexico and just figure out how do they have. No, no, hold on. Dropout. Oh yeah, no, no, no. New Mexico. Okay, That's nothing surprising. So it has the lowest scores. Boom. Has the lowest scores. There's nothing to really think about, and is tied for the highest dropout. Okay, so what I'm thinking about is it West Virginia? Highest dropout, lowest dropout. Is it West Virginia? Yeah, West Virginia. What color do I give that? Mm, I give it brown. And that is going to be lowest dropout. This is a positive. Low, low math scores, which is a negative. Mm. All right, let's move on. So Tennessee, mm, let's go gray. Yeah, I'll do it like that. We gonna make it gray. All right, moving past that. Top math scores was Utah, Wyoming, Nebraska, and we had Massachusetts. Okay, boom. That lowest math scores was boom. Hmm. We need to hold on. I think that is because maybe no. That's a typo. All right, we don't do typos. We do correctos. Moving past. All right, so we had that low one, two, three, four. What is it? No. Oh yeah, that's right. So it's one, two, three, four, five. All right. And okay. That's the scores. Dropouts was the highest ones Idaho, Alaska, Arizona, New Mexico, and DC. So, hmm. And DC showed up on the math scores and the dropouts. So it's not really surprising. Same thing for New Mexico. And okay. And West Virginia is surprising. So that's gonna be my. I'm gonna need to make a case study with West Virginia. But as far as Delaware and Oklahoma, they didn't show up at the end. So Delaware and Oklahoma, okay, that's the reason why they're only red. Okay, let's look at some more information. Hmm. So we say low spending. Blow this up. So we go low spending ranking 50. Utah was good to my understanding, wasn't they? Let's look back. Oh yeah, Utah was. So let's look. So the X represents spending rankings. The Y represents school system rankings. So the higher the pitch, the higher the elevation, the Y represents greatness. It means that it's good quality. The length represents that they're willing to invest. So, oh, maybe not. School system ranking. I don't know. I thought that's what it meant, but let's read. Spending ranking refers to total current expenditures for public elementary and secondary day schools per student. Highest amount equals rank 1. No, I'm not about to do that because I don't believe this. Or maybe I do. We're going to look at it. So, spending is the only thing that I have to say that will be easy to figure out. So, we're saying that they had the top math scores, Utah, top 5. And it looks like they really invested in their people. So, low spending and strong school system. Interesting. I'm missing it because I thought that if it's over here, high spending. So, oh, okay. 1 represents the highest, so 60 represents. Okay, so it's inversed. So that's what reading is fundamental, and you have to understand like the graph and what represents. And I'm glad they have that right there. So this means that this has the highest level of spending. Boom. Best quality. Boom. So the best quality is here and the highest spending here. So that means the lower it is, the higher the quality. And that means the closer it is to the zero this way, that means the more they spend. So that means the further this means that this group right here does not spend any kind of money. That's what that really means. All right. And that means that this group right here, they ball out. They just so DC is doing something that DC is not doing it right. Arkansas just expensive. Hawaii just expensive. I mean, PA like that's mid grade. What it look like because that's mid grade. Like 25. You can't get mad at that. You can't get mad at mid grade. Now these people, well, it's all good. At least they ain't spent a lot of money for it. Ooh, ooh, man. Mm. You go ahead and keep this in the notes. You know what? I kind of changed my mind about what I said. Do I have a website for this already? You know what? I do. Millions Williams. Or I have 2 of them. I don't know which one I'm gonna put it on, but I'm not gonna worry about put it on. But for right now, I do like. I can't believe it. I do like and I will take this and I will put this and say this is a code embed to be embedded to create the was that interactive? Shit, I hate to be telling myself a lie. Oh no. Oh yeah. Mm. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. So where we at? Yeah, I like that one. Giving students a good education is crucial for the future of the country. That responsibility falls to parents, educators, and leaders alike. To expand the discussion, we asked a panel of experts to share their thoughts on the following key questions. We're not going to get into that, but it's good to kind of go through a methodology. So again, quality and safety is the matrix that they normally use. They're saying it's a 100-point scale, 32 relevant matrix. All right, so let's look at it. Um, Presence of public school in top 700 best U.S. Schools. So that's something. Blue ribbon, high school graduation rate. Okay. Projected high school graduation rate, dropouts, math test scores, reading test scores, share of 2023 high school class scoring 3 or higher on advanced placement exams. So it's basically saying that the body of students, they fared well on. They got a B plus, B on their exams. Final exams and end of year, middle of year, maybe even the beginning of year, and then whatever kind of exams they have and the courses. Then SAT, ACT, and then high school graduates who completed ACT and or the SAT. Oh, they're double weighted, so it's like boom, boom. Okay. Division of SAT percent. So basically, it's like the higher that they score, the better. Pupil to teacher ratio, and then share of licensed certified public K-12 teachers. All right. When we talk about safety, we're all worried about safety. Let's face it. It's easy. It's easy to be scared nowadays. But existence of digital learning plan. Okay, so that means that if the student has to be sick or they're having some kind of meltdown and they need to be home due to whatever reason, um, out of school access to instructional materials. So that's basically like leaving the resources online for the students, which is real good to do. Accessible technologies. That means what this means the binary. Okay, blah blah blah. Assurance to acceptable technologies for providing instructional content, the little Chromebooks and just a little technology that they send back home for the students. Share of threatened, injured high school students. Ooh, yeah. High school students not attending school due to safety concerns, so they're asking questions. So that means that they're going around, hey, so you're not going to school? Why are you not going to school? Ooh, I don't feel safe. Ooh, okay, that makes sense. Makes sense. Uh, Children whose parents agree their children go to safe schools. So I was like, I feel like my children's safe. Okay, all right. Easy shake up. All it takes is one bad incident and all of a sudden people don't feel safe. Or, you know, period. All right. High school students with access to illegal drugs. Okay, all right. High school students participating in violence. All right. Armed high schoolers. Oh, well, the metal detectors say a lot. All right. School shootings. Ugh. say less. Adopted and enacted laws regulating school resource officers. So what that means is if they tie the hands of the resource officers, that is a negative score, which makes sense because if you tie the hands of the person who should be able to know, I'm not saying body slam the student, but um make it a point to peacefully address this student's issue when this issue cannot be addressed by anybody else but a officer of the law. Yeah, we shouldn't tie their hands. At the same time, we should pick the right people to police the students. Let's move on. Bully. The bullying incidences. Disciplinary incidences. That's tying in. Youth incarceration. School safety plan requirements. Yeah, school safety audit requirement. Safety grade for of roads around school. This must be something like the driving area. If if it's like on a highway or something, it's like zoom zoom zoom. You know what? I had a peer that passed due to something similar to this because the way Northwest is, and I mean, let's go ahead. I'll pull it up. Mm-mm. Yeah. Yeah, but when it comes down to safety, that's a real big thing because of the way the roads are. Um, Fog happen, and if the kids walk across the street, boom, they get hit. I've had it happen like two or three times that I think about it. I think Felicia or Alicia, that was her name. That she passed. It was real sad. I mean, I was not close to her due to age. I was 18, 17. She was like a freshman when she passed. And it was like a foggy, and the person, then nothing happens. The person was like, they basically ruled it was, you know, accident. And it really was because let's face it, if it's foggy and the person driving, um, but yeah, that makes sense. Let's move on. Um, yeah, what we're gonna do, take this map. Mm-mm. All right. So what else is needed? What am I thinking about? Let's go back. We're not worried about college. We're worried about elementary school right now. So we're gonna cut this short because we can get stuck in the weeds. All right. So hmm, guess we put a little work in earlier. Mm. So I guess like the question is, which one do we compare first? Do we compare the Great Neck or do we compare Jericho? Jericho, and we're take this, paste that. All right. So the question is, do we compare Left that. Let's go ahead and give it this whole name because right now I know the name, but later on, you know, like Jericho Free State, Long Island, New York School District. All right. All right. So it's two different ones. Yeah. Mm, It's really, yeah. Hmm. All right. So, so one thing that I noticed about, I believe this is Jericho. Let me go ahead before no, this is Great Neck. So what I noticed about Great Neck, they have this annual professional performance review, and essentially, where's the outline I was looking at? Yeah, here you go. This is the way they got it. Four different things. This is like a lot of other teacher evaluations in different states are like this. This is like four different marks you can get, which is like 1 through 4. You know, in this case, this is given ineffective, developing, effective, highly effective. Most of my times I get the effective. That's who's where I'm at. It's been some times I get the highly effective, but I tell you this, it sucks when they give you that ineffective, especially when a rush job. It's like, oh my gosh. But at the same time, it does happen. You have to make improvements, and then basically they're saying that they do this to non-tenured more so. Probationary teachers will receive 2 evaluations per year. Then what they say about it annually. That means that if you are tenured, you get it once. If you're not tenured, that means they're going to keep being knocking. They're going to be knocking on your door, seeing what's going on. You know how that goes. Evaluation that will result in a rating of ineffective or developing should be available on MLP no later than 10 school days before the end of the year to which it applies. This is to allow time for the creation of a TIP if necessary. It's probably one of those IEP where the teacher has, yeah, that's basically a intervention plan, teacher intervention plan. Duh. So that's teacher intervention plan. So yeah, I'm telling you, when you're in there, you gotta fight sometimes, especially if your admin does not like you. It's crazy. If your admin love you, your admin hate you. It's like, man, you can't even chew bubble gum in peace. But at the same time, you're not supposed to be chewing bubble gum, right? Okay. Mm. Teacher improvement plan. Okay, okay. It's like really nothing different than a lot of other places, the observations. So tenure gets twice. Both of them get twice. Mm, mm, it's a, mm, mm. Observations are different than evaluations. So both of them get observation for both of them. So observed. So both the tenured and non-tenured gets observed, but only the non-tenured gets evaluated twice. All right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the appeals process. Yeah, you gotta appeal it sometimes. At the same time, people appeal is when you tenure, you trying to stay in, announce observations. Probationary teachers will include a pre-observation conference if requested by either party. Must include a post-observation conference. Tenured teacher will include pre-post observation conference if required by either party. Okay. So must have a post and will include that if requested. And tenured is either or for, doesn't matter. Unannounced, you know how that go. This is supposed to be one of the best school districts. Hmm. Okay, let's look at their professional development plan. All right. So looking at it, 21 pages, introduction, an amendment. They're talking about the place, development 2000, right, needs assessments. Number of instruments are used to create and support the PDP, including but not limited to an analysis of results of professional development survey, student achievement results, school report card data. Okay, let's need to highlight that. Yeah, that's those are good things to note. Mhm. No, 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 no. Somehow, some way that makes sense, but I don't understand how that makes sense. But we'll clean it up tomorrow if it's too far gone. So where are we at again? Oh yeah, that's right. Here we are. Individual teacher goals. A lot of times, like the admin really need to understand the goals of their staff, and that will help them. Building goals as determined by principal and faculty. Again, the principal and New York State Professional Development Standards. Great Neck School District annual and long range goals. In service workshop evaluations and feedback. Superintendent conference day feedback. Staff and curriculum surveys. Professional development needs assessments. State benchmarks for school performance, graduation rates, BEDS data, school report card, ad hoc committees, staff development subcommittee, survey of professional development needs, teacher center annual needs assessment survey, individual teacher goals. All right, we already went over that. Teachers activities. So this is basically saying teachers need to be training for at least 20 hours out of the year. So, and this means that they need opportunities for workshops to help them with curriculum instruction assessments or in technology. All right. So, and you can do it during the summertime. You can do it during school. A lot of times, what districts do is they do it during like school hours, right after school, which is kind of a nuisance to those who have like after school jobs because it's like, but a lot of times they do pay you, sometimes be unpaid. But mm, let's move on. Proving state assessment results. Integrating technology into the curriculum. Oh, okay. This might be a good one. That's the reason I got it. I'm have to later on. I have to really look into it. Assisting students with special needs. Yeah, the mentoring program. Hmm. This would be the stuff that would be good to do if you were in here. Provision for staff development opportunities. The Professional Development Plan Committee recognizes that professional growth occurs in many forms. The list below provides some examples of professional development activities in which staff and other educators participate. See Appendix B for a list of internal and external providers. Workshops led by a member of the faculty. Oh, see, that's what they normally go for. That's really to go to. Get a faculty member to go to a workshop and then have that faculty member come with whatever they learned that was worth something to the rest of the faculty. That's a good way to do stuff. Workshop and training conducted by consultant hired by the district. That's a good one to do it too, because a lot of times when it comes to the software, it's good for someone who has to stand by the product. Because if you get someone who is from the district to go with it, like, well, this is the product. But if it's someone who stands by the product, they got to stand by that product, which is good. I might even mess around and look for a seasonal job. I'm not gonna lie, I'll be too busy trying to do some coding. That's the problem with having too many irons in the fire. I'm always looking for improving on things. So let's look at it. Teaching and attending workshops and courses provided by The teacher center. Uh, okay. They have a teacher center apparently. Let's look into it. So let's look at their teacher center. So they apparently have a teacher center. Housed in room 218 at South Middle School, serves the 11 schools of Great Neck Public School District and the private school located in our community. So it's 11 schools. Hmm. According to data from the National Center for Education Statistics, the average school district in the U.S. has around 5.6 schools per district. Oh, okay. Because what I'm thinking, I know I ain't got no whiteboard. Mm. You know what? I don't need no. I don't need. I don't need it. I don't need it. So, but what I do need is okay. So it's 5.6. All right, and it's 11. So it is literally twice the size of the average school district, but yet it can maintain a high level of education with great amount of safety. All right, so Great Neck Free State has 11 schools total, which is twice the number of the average school district's size, making its results noteworthy for big and small districts alike. We ain't got to go through the nuances of the vice versa because it's not it's without being said. Um, what are we doing? Twice the number of. Hmm, all right, so let's move past that. So we have been in existence for over 25 years and continue to uh, address the current needs of students, parents, and teachers in our community. Hmm. I might mess around and visit them, honestly, but could just mess around and contact them. This is what I'll do. I'll start. You know what I do? I'll do it like this, and I'll just say,